Oh, let me start recording. Okay, so make sure that you get organized. Make your list of people that you know and do that now so that you're not stuck fumbling trying to get organized when that time comes. You want to make sure that you have an open date card and that you know what is on your calendar so that you can in turn be ready to book a party when they say that they're going to. So I'm going to show you guys my September calendar real quick. It's a little embarrassing. So right now, this is what my September looks like. It's kind of a disaster, right? So I've got parties in there. I've got doctor's appointments in there. I've got trips in there. I've got all the things that I need in there. However, when it's time for a booking blitz, if I'm looking at this hot mess, it's going to be a lot harder for me to know what days are available, and it's going to be a lot easier to get confused. So what you want to do is use an open date card and prep this for September, October, and November. Put all of your personal stuff on the calendar. Block off the days that you know that you're already booked, that you already have parties, and then make sure that you have your open dates available. So for instance, this is mine for September. So the purple dates that are circled are the days that I have available for parties. So anytime that I'm texting, I don't have to like grab my calendar. I don't have to go through all the nonsense. I know that I have a 1 o'clock on the 4th, a 6 o'clock on the 13th, or a 7 o'clock on the 30th, which one works better for you. So you can book those parties super quick, and it's not going to take you those few minutes because they do add up, especially when you're contacting a lot of people or looking for multiple parties. Okay, so make sure that you prep with an open date card. Have these handy, carry them with you, and make sure that you know this is something you can do throughout the year. I take these to every party, so when I do my booking speech at my parties and I do my game, I literally pass this around and say, put your name and phone number on the date that you want to book a party. They fill it right in for me, and then when they come into the shopping room, they're already good to go. So do this every month, but especially for the Blitz, make sure that you have your life ready. For this one, it's just from freeprintablecalendar.com. Literally, if you go into Google and you type in printable September 2016 calendar, you'll find 100,000 different options. They're all free. It's super easy to do. So make your list, get your calendar ready, have your customer connection cards ready to go, whatever methods you're using to contact people, and then also start now. You can start, make sure that you send out a client newsletter, make sure that you're using Media Center, and that you send out a couple of emails this week to let people know. You can also start Facebook messaging people, and you can say, I'm in this huge contest next week. You know, I'd love it if you can help me out by having a party. How does that sound to you? Start letting them know that you're going to have a contest. If they want to go ahead and pencil in a date, then you can absolutely do that. It's legal for the booking list to have your dates penciled in, or even have those parties booked all the way, and then you can input them in September. So technically it's for bookings those 3 days, but historically, every Blitz that they've done, they've said that parties that are already booked absolutely count. So you can put those in. So make sure that you are prepping people now. You can start making phone calls. You can start calling people. You can start texting, and you can start emailing. So especially if you have a few years of people that you haven't talked to or that you want to follow up with, or if you've been in business for a while, go ahead and start texting those people and let them know that you're in a contest. Women are going to get behind you, and they're going to want to help you. So make sure that you use that to your advantage. Now, as far as when the booking blitz is going on, we're going to talk about some steps to make sure that the blitz goes well, some steps that you can take to make sure that it goes well for you, that you book lots of parties, some ways to keep your clients engaged, to get them on your team, to get referrals for them. But the biggest thing that I want to make sure that you guys understand when it comes to a booking blitz, and I think that it's probably one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of consultants make, and that is that they overcomplicate things. They want to send out messages that talk about 75 things they can get and percentages and all of these things that they're going to get for having a party, and they really just don't they don't take the time to really make that connection. Remember, when you are working the blitz, that it's about connection. It's about getting girls on your team. It's about getting them on your side and making them want to help you win the contest while hooking themselves up. It should be all about them. We're in a contest. We want to win. However, we want to make sure that it is beneficial for them, and that it's really truly all about them. So make sure that you are focusing on them. And don't be afraid of no's. It's really easy to get discouraged. You may make 25 phone calls and they all say, I'm not interested, and that's okay. We're going to be rewarding for actually the girls who get the most amount of no's, because we want you to be making those phone calls. So make sure that I actually track my no's more than I track my yeses. So make sure that you are tracking your no's. No's are a good thing. It means that you're doing your job. So make sure that you're tracking those, and don't be afraid of that. Don't get discouraged just because people say no or they're not ready to have a party. That doesn't mean that the next one isn't going to say yes. And I truly, truly believe that every single no that you get gets you one step closer to your next yes. So keep going. Don't let those discourage you. And if you do feel like you're getting discouraged, reach out to your team leaders and let them know. Ask them for tips, ask them for advice, or go back. I'm going to share a ton of documents this week with booking scripts and things like that that are going to help you to book parties. Okay, so we're going to talk about, I've just got a couple of kind of action steps and then a couple of scripts that we're going to go over that are going to help you when you are doing the Blitz. So step one is going to be interested. So you want to make sure that you're interested in your potential hostess. Start the conversation, ask them how they're doing. If you're commenting on Facebook or if you're chatting there, comment on their vacation, ask how they're doing. All you have to do is peek and see what's going on in their lives. So it's really, really easy to make a personal connection, even if you have no clue who this woman is. So make sure that you do check their page. I can't tell you how many emails I get every single time where girls add me and then get all excited about the Blitz and forget that I am a pure romance consultant. The last Blitz, I started tracking how many girls hit me up to book parties and didn't bother ever looking at my page. If you click on my page, or even if you look at my profile picture, you know that I'm a consultant. But the last time I had 13 girls that asked me if I wanted to book a party with them. I'll simply say that they clearly didn't take the time to make a connection, or they would probably know that I practically live, sleep, and breathe pure romance. Step two, just like talking to people in public, share a compliment. After you show them that you're interested in them, share a sincere compliment. What qualities do they have that makes them a great choice to be your next hostess? You're choosing business partners, so choose wisely, and you're going to feel good making somebody else feel good. So that's going to help you to kind of get away from that like crazy salesperson persona, or worrying about being pushy or having people feel like you're only contacting them to take advantage of them. Something like, I'm reaching out to you because you're so much fun, because you've got an awesome new house, and I think it'd be fun to show it off to your friends while we have a party. I love your party style. You'd make a great hostess. You make the most amazing veggie pizza ever. I literally booked a party last night because I was craving this girl's veggie pizza. And I messaged her and I was like, girl, this chubby girl needs some of that veggie pizza. When are you going to have a party so I can come over and eat? And she was like, how about 2 Fridays from now? I'm like, done and done. Feed me, please. So there are a couple girls that I've done winery tours with for bachelorette parties and things like that. So even if you say to them, I booked a party a couple weeks ago and I said, girl, I went to this winery. I found the most amazing wine. You would love it. Why don't you go ahead and book a party and I'll bring it over to share it with you and your guests. It was a caramel apple wine. Oh my gosh, it was the best thing ever. So make sure that you're genuine, but tell them why they'd be such a great hostess. They always love a compliment. My house is a wreck, and I've got 4 dogs and 3 teenage boys and a crazy husband. And if somebody was like, oh my gosh, I love your cookies, you should have a Christmas party with me for Scentsy, I'd be like, okay, what can we melt? And we love to be complimented. And let's be real, women do not get enough compliments. We say that all the time. That's why recognition works so well with this business, because there's not a lot of women who have kids that are like, woo, mom, you did a great job mopping the floor today. Nobody gives a damn. They don't get complimented and they don't get recognition. So when you see something about them that would make them work well with you, that makes them a great potential business partner for you, they're going to kind of soak that up and they're going to get excited about it. So it gives you a way to really work on connecting with them. Step 3 is to pull the VIP card and add a limit to it. So I usually ask people, so it's lagging a little bit. My internet's really bad. There's a storm coming in. So hopefully it gets a little bit better. It looks like it might be a little bit better now. And then the replay is usually okay. So I'll make sure that I repost it. I'll go up to the gas station tomorrow so I can upload it to the YouTube. Okay. So the VIP card and add a limiter. So I always post things like, I've got a special invitation for 6 super fabulous women. I'll message them and say, you're one of my top 6 VIP hostesses. These are the dates that I have open for you to check out the new Amplify collection, or check out the new flirt products, or whatever that might be. And then tell them, I'm going to spoil you with these special gifts because you are so fabulous and you're one of my VIPs. So in my world, if you book a party with me, you're VIP. But I invite them, one at a time and say, because you're so awesome, this is what I'm going to offer you. Is there any chance you're willing to help me out? Or, whatever the case may be. So step 4, add in the fun factor. That is going to be things like Margarita Monday parties, pull out a theme party, Sunday fun day, do a Sunday theme and have everybody bring toppings. Even something as simple as have a party and you bring the cheese, have everybody bring their favorite cheese or whatever, and I'll bring the wine. Make it fun for them. Even if it's a theme that doesn't really mean anything, it doesn't really make a difference with Pure Romance if the theme really means anything or not. One of the girls posted the other day that they were having $1,000 Thursday parties. What that means is you need to work really hard to have $1,000 party. It's not even really a theme, but girls eat it up. I am amazed that there is a chance that everybody has the option to do a theme, and they jump all over it. It's crazy. Okay, so step 5. When you are chatting with people and you're trying to figure out if they want to have a party, always close with an open-ended question. Something that's not a yes or no answer is really important. So my go-to question, almost every message that I send now, it's almost just like reflex, whether you're on my team or you're a friend or whatever that is, then I always finish my messages with, how does that sound? So when you put all of those things together, a little sample of what you could say to somebody would be like, hey, Nikki, I saw that your son graduated from high school. Congratulations. I'm reaching out to you because you throw the best parties. I'm going to invite you to be one of my super fun top 6 VIP hostesses that I'm selecting to show off the new Amplify collection. You always make my day, so I'd like to make yours and spoil you with special gifts, including the truly sexy flirt, body do, and coochie that is exclusive for my 6 VIP clients. I'll bring the wine. How does that sound? Super easy, super simple. And then your job is to shut your pie hole. Okay, you want to zip your lips and wait for a reply. If you are messaging on Facebook, you can say the exact same thing. I'm going to put these scripts up so you can use them and customize them to each person. So don't say another word. Give them time to reply. Sometimes it's going to take a couple minutes, especially if you are messaging. If you're messaging on Facebook especially, sometimes they stop and think about it, and that's okay. If they say that it sounds good, you want to book the party, offer 2 dates within the next 10 days. I always offer my first parties first and then work my way back in my calendar, and that way you always have something come up. Something that I've started doing that's actually worked really well. So since I know these are my open parties for September, what I've started doing is I am terrible about doing Facebook events. It's probably one of my biggest weaknesses. They don't take very long at all. It's just something that's the frog that I need to eat. So what I've started doing is all of these dates today, I went through and I set up all of the Facebook events. So right now they're just labeled like September 4th, Pure Romance Party, September 10th, Pure Romance Party, September 12th, Pure Romance Party, whatever those days are. Everything is set up so that all I have to do when they book a party during this Blitz, instead of taking the time to go back and set up 30 events after I'm done with this, I've got them all set up now, and I do this for every month now. So I've got them all set up, and then when they book a party, you simply drop their name in, tag them, and you can have that event ready to go within about 2 minutes. So it's super, super quick. So if they say yes, you're going to book the close date, why they're excited about it. Text them a picture either from Red Stamp or from Canva immediately. That's a text invitation. You can do those on Media Center too. Add them into that Facebook group and then say, yay, we're going to have so much fun next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Is that good for you, or is Thursday better? Let them choose the date and you'll be good to go. So if they have some objections, we're going to talk about some common objections that you might hear. So a lot of times they'll say something like, okay, sorry about that. Can you guys hear me now? I don't know what just happened. All right, let me make sure I can pull up the chat. Okay, I think everybody's still in here. Whew, good grief. I gotta move, y'all. Okay, so common objections. So there's always a but, and you need to overcome that so that you can book parties. So something that I hear a lot is, I really want to have a party, but I'm renovating the house right now. Or my house is super small and I don't have room for girls to come over. So my standard reply for that is, you know what, that's not a problem. Why don't we go ahead and pencil in a date, and you can do a dual hostess party. Call your sister or call your best friend and see if you guys can team up. We can do the party at their house, or we can find a free party room somewhere. I have a list of party rooms that are free in each of the cities that I generally do parties in, or places that we can go. But they're so busy. Everybody's so busy. Best excuse in the world, right? So for that one, no problem. It sounds like you could really use a night out with friends. How does a fun happy hour party at the local pizza shop sound? You don't have to cook or clean. Or you can set up a Facebook party. I recommend doing that as a last resort. So they don't have to do anything. They can throw on their leggings or their PJs. They can do it after the kids go to bed, and they can log in with their favorite glass of wine. Now, with that said, I don't know if there is going to be the option. Last time they counted Facebook parties, but I feel like they said that a lot of them didn't really hold, or they didn't really do anything. Facebook parties kind of suck. So with that one, I don't know if they'll count for the Blitz, but if you can't get them to book any other way, you're better off trying a Facebook party. If they don't have any friends, that's a big one. I always say something like, hey, I'm your friend. We don't need a big crowd. Let's do a happy hour, you, me, plus 3 party. More wine for us. So have them get a couple people over. And then I've had probably a dozen girls. I kind of took the verbiage from the me plus 3 to reach senior consultant, but I use that to book parties. So the me plus 3 parties, I book those just like regular parties, and then I hostess coach her like normal. And I've only had, I think, one girl that's ever only had 3 people there. They usually get more, they get a couple of friends or whatever, but it's a great way to get them to commit to that party so they can see what they really have. If they're an absolute no, then don't be, if they're just really not into having a party, I always say that's okay. Some girls are party goers, not party throwers. So who do you know that would be a great hostess? Every neighborhood has that party girl that does parties all the time. That's an amazing hostess. And when you send me any of your friends, I will hook you up with a referral bonus for that party. So you can get a lot of great referrals for those party divas if you are asking for them. And a lot of times I do that booking incentive at my parties. If the hostess books 3 parties for me, then she gets, or if we have 3 parties to book at her party, or I give her a week to do it after the party too. If they all hold on their original date and have $500 in sales, then I give her any item of her choice in the catalog for absolutely free. I have never had to pay up on that. Somebody always changes their date or something happens. So I've never had to pay up on that, but I do offer that during booking blitzes. I tell them if they have 4 friends that book a party with me. So they'll start sharing your posts. They'll get people excited. They'll send you the names. Women will pimp their friends out for a free vibrator. So take advantage of it. So real quick, 5 things that you can do to guarantee that you get a no every single time. Number one is sounding like Charlie Brown's teacher when you're talking about the products or the host program. You don't want to be like womp, 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 womp. If you're like, you're going to get free stuff and my parties are really fun and you should really have a party with me because I can't get anybody else to. Nobody's having a party with you because you suck. If you bore them during the conversation, then you're going to they're going to be bored during the party and they're not going to want to do that. So make sure that you're enthusiastic. Make sure that you're animated. A lot of times I do phone calls while I'm standing up because if I'm walking around, then I can focus a little bit better and I can be more aware. If you want a real eye opener, do talk to people on the phone while you're looking in the mirror. It's a great way to make sure that you are able to see what you look like. It's a great way to make sure that you're smiling a little bit more. People can hear your smile through the phone, so make sure that you are aware of how you are sounding while you're on the phone. If you're texting or you're Facebook messaging and you've sent them like 3 messages in the last 6 months and you get 0 response, that's probably a pretty good sign to give them the next card and move on. I give it a few months before you message them again. Don't turn into that Facebook stalker. Do not harass them. Just kind of touch base with them. If all that you're ever talking to them about is your business, they're not going to do business with you because they're going to think that's what you're all about and not that relationship. So make sure that you're talking to people in between, that you're commenting and you're liking posts on Facebook, things like that. Make sure that they know that you're seeing the value in them and not just in messaging them to do business with you. Copying and pasting the scripts. We're going to post scripts and the verbiage that you need to book parties. We're going to post some booking scripts. That doesn't mean you copy and you paste. There aren't a lot of girls. My scripts are written from my voice. There aren't a lot of girls that can get away with some of the things that I say. I'm a hey girl, hey kind of girl. You might talk to your peeps or whatever it is, whatever you say. So make sure that you are using scripts as a guideline, but ultimately putting it in your own voice, because people can tell when you're just copying and pasting nonsense. They want to know that it comes from you. Another thing that you can do to kind of shoot yourself in the foot is to provide 0 customer service. Make sure that you're following up after your orders. Make sure that you are keeping in touch with them. Don't just call them when you want to book a party. Again, we're looking for that connection. And then also saying things like, I need you to book a party so I can hit this month's goal. You want to make sure that even though you are aiming for a goal, that you're using wording that makes it all about them. So instead of, I need you to book so I can reach my goal this month, you could say something like, I'm going to challenge to book 3 parties and I thought of you right away because you make the best veggie pizza in the world, or you're such a great hostess, or you've got such great friends, or whatever those things might be. So go back to those compliments, find something that is amazing about them, and make sure that you're always showing them how they can benefit. Ultimately, you're going to benefit. This is your business. However, it's not about you. It's about them. That also applies to those girls who say no. Don't hear that no and then write them off. So you want to put them first. You want to continue to talk to them. You want to make them feel like a VIP. And if you don't just blow them off and treat them like a jerk because they told you no, then there's a pretty good chance that they'll come back to you. Everything kind of comes full circle in this business. So there's a really good chance that they will come back to you in a few weeks or a few months or during your flash sale or whatever that is. So if you hear a couple more objections, I might have to go on Facebook Live tomorrow when I call my cable company to cuss. Y'all better wait for that one. All right, so a couple of, is that better? Can you guys hear me now? I think I unmuted it. All right, good. Okay, so a couple of other objections. I am so sorry about this awful service. I should have gone to sit at the gas station like the first 4 years of my business. It's better than this village. Okay, so let me check with my friends. So a response to that, you can say, I understand. I wouldn't want to book either if someone called me out of the blue. Tell you what, why don't we narrow it down so when you talk to your friends, you'll know what's available, and then give her 2 dates to choose from. And I'll usually say to them, like, pick either date. We'll go ahead and pencil you in for now. Let me know within 24 hours. I'm going to give you a call to follow up so we can make sure the date works for you. Get her on a date no matter what. You can always adjust it if you need to, but get her on a date. Get her to commit to that and tell her, go ahead and book something. No date is going to work for every single person that you call. It's always a lot less trouble for you if you book a date and then invite girls. The ones who will make it just fine. The other ones can book their own parties and they'll count towards your magic 3 to get your free item. So get her ready to start giving you referrals and start booking those parties for you. You're going to hear maybe, I need more time to plan. A good response for that one. I understand that, girl. We're all crazy busy. You want to have a good party, and I want you to have a good party. So I've got to tell you, what usually works better is to pick a close date, because everybody knows what they're doing this Thursday night. But if you book 5 Saturdays from now, I have no idea what I'm doing, and neither do you. They tend to forget. They tend to make other plans. But when you book a quick party, people can give a definite yes or no right when you call them. Usually my parties that I book within 10 days are the best ones for that very reason. You don't have time to forget about it. So take advantage of that. Another one is, again, that I'm too busy. Say, you know what? If you don't make time for girls' night, there's a chance with summer being so busy that you might not see your friends until wintertime unless we plan a girls' night. You deserve this. You're going to get free stuff, and you get a guaranteed night of fun. What do you have to lose at this point? If she doesn't know very many people, it's amazing how many women feel like they know like 2 or 3 women. So that me plus 3 party is great, but something that I've started doing with my newer girls is I tell them to, when they're calling people, say I'm challenged to book 3 large and 3 small parties. Which one sounds best for you? If she's co-hosting, then a large party might be better. I really don't have numbers for a large party or a small party. I tell them that a small party is 8 to 10 people. A large party is 13 or more. So generally, I mean, even for an 8 to 10 person party, that's about my average. But if they feel like it's small, then by all means, be an overachiever. Break your neck, getting your girls there. I don't care. So 8 to 10 people, it's easy to do. That's 3 people. That's me plus 3 for her and that co-hostess. Now, a couple of people that you're going to be contacting, you want to make sure that you go through your calendar and that you're contacting all of your past hostesses. So when you call your past hostesses, super simple script, and I'll post all of these on the website so you guys don't have to worry about like trying to jot it all down. But for a past hostess, something quick and fun is just, hi Jamie, this is Steph with Pure Romance. You aren't going to believe what we've been up to. I've had so much fun doing your party in March. So you were one of the first people I thought of to call for our booking blitz. When can we get your next party date booked? And you should be setting your hostesses up to be booking in about 6 months. So all of your hostesses from the beginning of the year should be ready for round 2. We've got a new product. We've got new catalogs. I'm telling y'all, all the cussing. We're almost done. Okay, so I love that it's recorded the whole way through all of this. All right, so for a referral, if they're giving you girlfriends' names and they say, you should really call my friend Sally, she's going to be a great hostess for you. Simple booking wording for that is, hey Sally, this is Steph with Pure Romance. You don't know me yet, but I'm calling you because Jamie gave me your number. She said you're one of the most fun people she knows, that you might be interested in earning some free products. Again, my name is Steph. My number is 740-415-8605. Super, super simple. And then someone that you met at a party, if you're doing follow-up calls, super basic wording. Hey, Jessica, this is Stephanie from Jamie's party in February. I'm doing something fun, so I thought of you. We're in the middle of a contest called our Fall Booking Blitz. I remember how much you loved Pure Romance products, and I thought that you might like the opportunity to be one of my VIP hostesses. Or even better, if you're calling repeat clients and you're leaving voicemail messages, make sure, I had voicemail scripts too. I don't know what I did with them. I don't know. So for voicemail messages, you don't want to be like, I'm calling to book a party. Nobody's going to call you back. So for For voicemails, then you can just say, hey, this is Stephanie with Pure Romance. I've got something really exciting to tell you about. It's limited to the first 10 girls that call me back. Give me a call back at 740-415-8605. Give them a little teaser, but don't throw it all in. Again, we need foreplay. We're women. They need the same thing. So make sure that you are taking your time and that you are leaving messages that they're going to want to reply to. If you give all your secrets away, they have no reason to call you back, right? So make sure that you're leaving voicemails for everybody. Worst case scenario, they call you back after the Blitz and you still book a ton of parties. That's not a bad day. So leave the voicemail messages. Now, a couple quick tips when you book with them. So you're going to set the Facebook event immediately. You're going to text them the invitation immediately. I will post a template for the invitation that I use that I send to them. You can just plug it into canva.com and add your information. You can also do PicMonkey online. I don't really like PicMonkey because unless you pay for it, it says PicMonkey on there. Same thing with PicCollage. Canva doesn't have that, and as long as you use the backgrounds and things or upload your own images, like the one I'm going to share with you, then you don't have to pay for it, and there's no watermark or anything on there. While you're booking parties, you're going to be active on your personal Facebook page. You're going to be posting every single time you book a party. You want to post a graphic on there. I do a save the date, and it just says, save the date, September 17th at 7 p.m., Jamie booked a Pure Romance party. Girls, we're going to have so much fun. Tag her. Use the hashtags. You're going to use hashtag Pink Lady Resurrection, hashtag all the parties, hashtag just one more, or the power of one. I don't remember which one we put on there for sure. Hashtag schedule on fleek. And I think we should probably use hashtag unstoppable since this is the Unstoppable Booking Challenge. So we'll have all the hashtags are posted in your team groups. If you're not in a group yet, that's what we're working on tomorrow, is getting the rest of the girls into groups now that we've got most of them in with the downline. Okay, so make sure that you're thanking them. Make sure that you're giving them a shout out on Facebook, tagging them, using the hashtags, and then give them an option to share. So a lot of times I'll send them a graphic they can send to their friends to invite them, and then also make sure that you're putting that booking bonus on there. So if somebody says, I can't come to the party, then they can immediately follow up with the wording to get them involved in that booking challenge so they can start working towards that. So after this booking blitz is over, you're going to have a ton of parties. So you want to make sure that when you're doing these parties that you're playing a booking game at every one. The real purpose of a booking blitz isn't to have a month with 20 parties and then nothing for the rest of the year. This is supposed to set you up. If you do 10 parties in September with this booking blitz, with these bookings, then you do a booking game. You're going to be able to book 2 to 3 parties at every one of those parties, and you're going to be able to continue that momentum so that you're not stuck with no parties on your calendar. If you're making an effort during this blitz, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to book at least 8 to 10 parties between the different months. We're not sure if it's going to be September and October, or maybe September, October, and November. I don't see any reason why anybody can't do at least 5 parties a month for this blitz. If you're using these tips and tricks, it should be really, really easy for you to do with the effort. So make sure that you're doing that booking game to set yourself up for the rest of the year, and then going into the new year, you can ride the momentum from a good booking blitz for literally the next calendar year. And as long as you're consistent, you will set yourself up to hit whatever goals that you set for yourself. And then also, as you're doing your parties, make sure, so something that I've done from my first year in business is every time I'm in the shopping room, you always have a couple of girls that are like, oh, I think I want to have a party, but maybe later, or maybe in the fall, or maybe in the summer, or maybe after football season, or whatever that may be. So what I do is I say, great, I'm going to add you to my maybe later list. So right in front of them, I check that they want to have a party, and then I write maybe right next to it. So when you write maybe on there, I say to them, every couple months, I do a team booking blitz. I challenge my girls to book all the parties they can, and I offer rewards to the girls who book more than I do. I don't like to buy purses and shoes and all the things unless they're for myself. So when I have a contest to win, I'm going to hook you up with all the stuff, and then you can help me win while helping yourself out. How does that sound? So then when you go back and message them, or when you're calling them, or whatever you're doing for the booking blitzes when they come up, then you can say, hey girl, remember that blitz that we talked about? It's that time. Are you ready to be one of my VIP hostesses so I can hook you up? I thought of you first because you were so much fun. Now, whether you've been doing that or not, they don't really remember. If you tell them they said they were going to book a party with you, they believe you. It's the most amazing thing ever. So when you are doing that, you can go through and call them, and you can just say, hey girl, remember that contest I mentioned to you back at the party? You said you might be interested in having one. So I called you because I thought of you first, and you would make an awesome VIP hostess. So make sure that you are kind of throwing that in, and then start prepping now for the next blitz that you do. I have a personal theory that anytime I make a phone call, it's a blitz. I've got 7 years worth of girls to go through. So I call usually like 10 to 15 a day. I call them up and I say, girl, it's time for that challenge. Are you ready to get your party booked? I don't care if it's a corporate blitz or not. It's a blitz for me when I need my calendar full. So I make it all about them. And then also the last tip that I have for you, I know you've heard it 74 bazillion times, but make sure that you have a good follow-up system. You're not going to get anywhere with your business. You can. I built a really good business without doing follow-up. I just started like a year ago because I'm really lazy. But I heard it 75 bajillion times, and I'm amazed at the progress that I've made in the last 6 months with a good follow-up system. So make sure that you are doing follow-up, that you're keeping in touch with girls, that you're doing more than just chatting on Facebook every now and then. You can get by with that, but it's amazing what happens with your business when you actually have an effective system. So make sure that you are utilizing that. So that's all that I have officially prepped for you guys. I apologize for all the technical difficulties. It's been a hot mess. So if you have any questions, go ahead and use the chat box. It's to my right. I don't know where it is for y'all. But if you guys have any questions, go ahead and type them in the chat box, and we'll go ahead and answer everything for you guys. And then if you guys have any questions, of course, you can post them in the group page. And that way we can make sure that we get you guys set up. So in the next week, what's going to be happening real quick, I'm just going to go over for those of you who have not heard the official Booking Blitz method, if you will. So right now we've got 9 different team leaders and within Pink Lady Nation. So we're going to be working together as one united team. We are all going to be logging parties on the COO under hashtag Pink Lady Resurrection. It'll be on the list right there. You log in, put your parties in, and then choose the team name. So we're all going to be booking together. But what we're going to do to challenge you guys so that we can make sure that we have lots of prizes and recognition and all of that good stuff is we're going to break it up into about 10 different teams. You're going to be with your upline. Most of you will be. If you have a team leader that's in a group, then you're probably added to a group already. The girls who aren't added into those groups yet, we're working on compiling a list and getting the rest of you entered. So there's a list on Pink Lady Nation. Go ahead and post on Jen's post if you're not in a group yet, and then we'll work on getting you guys into a group tomorrow. So your team leaders, we really want to empower the different leaders within Pink Lady Nation to make sure that they have the ability to really showcase their leadership abilities. The way that we chose those is we did the top in retail sales, with the exception of Jen, Katie, Sarah, Shannon, and I. So what we did is we took the top in retail sales, and those are our team leaders. It made it super simple to choose who those ladies were going to be. So they're going to help in your groups, encouraging you. They're going to be posting some booking scripts in those groups. They're going to be tracking the parties for you, doing check-ins on Pink Lady Nation, and then we'll be chatting together also in the Pink Lady Nation group. But we really want you guys to get to know each other, and then we also want you guys to be able to work together as a team. So you're going to be competing individually. Also, make sure you set a goal for the Blitz. We talk about yearly goals and monthly goals and all of those things, but set a booking Blitz goal. How many parties do you want to book? And then you should be setting goals within your groups also. In our team-wide group, our corporate goal is going to be 1,200 parties. I think that we can do that easily with the girls that we estimate will participate. That's about 8 parties a piece, and you guys should be able to do that easily. So 1,200 parties is a goal. I would love to see that blown out of the water. So you're going to be competing individually for some recognition, and then you're also going to be competing within your teams. We're going to have those 10 teams. We're going to do a team chart just like corporate does, and then we'll be competing together on the national level and bringing home with the trophies. You guys are going to kick ass this time. I'm so excited. So that's how things will kind of work. We're going to do those watch parties. Got some fun stuff planning for you. I know that Jen and I have worked about 75 hours in the last 24 on this Blitz, trying to get everything done for you guys. So we'll definitely post those scripts. We'll post some verbiage for you. We'll get everything that you need. All that you're going to have to do to be successful with this Blitz is utilize the tools that you're given. So any questions? I don't see anything popping up. A couple girls need to be added in the group. I think we're good. All right, so if nobody has any questions, we will go ahead and sign off. Thank you guys so much. I think we ended up with around 36 girls on here, which is awesome. So I'm really excited to see what you guys do this Blitz. We're counting down. Marion, you got a question, babe? What's up? Go ahead. Pause, please. So Marion, I actually just sent out a survey today for college girls. I sent out a survey to my college clients to ask them specifically, because I have my thoughts on how I get into those groups. They account for about 50% of my business, probably more than that realistically. I go to Ohio University, and then I'm directly between Ohio University and Ohio State. So I go back and forth and do a lot of college parties. So I have my theories on why my business is successful in there, but ultimately what I did for you guys is I posted on my Facebook page yesterday and sent out a survey today to ask them some questions so they can tell me why they're booking parties, what you guys can do to get into those college campuses, things like that. So I'm going to compile that in the next, I'm going to say probably 2 days. I'm going to give them another day to get back to me because classes just started here on Monday. So I'm going to give them a couple days to get back to me, then I'll compile those, and then we'll either do another Zoom chat specifically for college parties and how to utilize those and make the most money possible, or I'll probably do a Zoom and do it and just post some tips and stuff too. So I'm going to wait on that question and let them tell me what works versus me guesstimating what works, because let's be real, I'm old and tragically unhip. So I'm going to go straight to the source and make sure that I give you guys information that's actually going to help you, because I don't want to tell you what I think it is and then have you wasting your time. So I will definitely let you know what they say as soon as they get back to me. I've got a couple answers, but I sent it out to about 35 girls. So I want to make sure that I get the real deal Holyfield information for you guys. So any other questions? Zoom is on a fleek. I love that, Tammy. We're not old. We know what we're talking about. Chrissy, yes, I will. I'll go Facebook Live maybe in the group and do one of my live parties. I got some rad hostesses that are coming up, so I will be happy to go live. I have not had internet in a couple of years that is good enough for me to upload my party afterwards. So if nothing else, what I'll maybe do this week, not this week, maybe next week, is I can set up my demo and I can do my party demo here for you guys if you guys want to see my demos. It's not super, yeah, it's kind of fabulous, but it's pretty standard, but I'll be happy to do that for you guys. I don't mind at all. And then, I don't know, maybe this is the year. Maybe I'll do my live demo at Pink Ladies Academy. Let's see. I don't know if I got the nerve for that. I don't know if I can do it in front of you guys live. I might throw up on your shoes. Don't wear good shoes if I do. We'll see. I'll think about it. So, all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and tune off. It's 10 o'clock and it's been like 4 minutes. So my internet's probably going to shut down again. So if you guys have any questions, post in the team page. I thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate that you guys are taking advantage of the trainings that we offer, and we're going to get back on doing these every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. So set a calendar. We're going to set up a recurring event, and we're going to make sure that you guys have a way to do training every single week from the comfort of your home with wine in your hand if you want. So let me know what questions you guys have. Also, jump on Facebook on your personal pages. Tag me, tag your teammates, tag Pink Lady Resurrection, whatever it is that you want to tag, but post on your personal walls about the awesome free training that you have. Anytime you're working on anything, if you're going to events, if you're going to an online training, if you're getting killer tips about anything at all, then you can go ahead and post on there and tag your friends. It's going to help you with those Facebook algorithms. It's going to help your posts be seen, and you want to start doing that now. So if you had fun on this training, give me a shout out on Facebook, tag me in all the things, and I will make sure that I comment and like your posts so that everybody sees it and all the fabulous things you're doing. Ultimately, that's what's going to plant those sponsoring seeds. And what else? Tammy, no reactivation special that I've heard of yet. They did mention something about sponsoring, but I don't know what kind of component that's going to play. I've got all my crossables crossed for a killer kit sale, so we'll see. Oh, and then Jody. So what Jody's talking about, the morning mojo calls, I'm actually going to start posting those on Pink Lady Nation too. Honey Badgers has started doing something for the girls that are full-time. I might have a habit of spooning my dogs in the morning and Netflixing and, you know, doing everything but being in my office. So what we started doing is a daily mojo boost call. It's at 10 a.m. every single morning, and it's this same link. This is the link we use for all of our trainings. So any morning at 10 a.m. that you're around, if you want to jump in, we do a quick call. We go through everybody, give everybody a chance to share, and then we share our strengths and struggles from the previous day. And then we focus on doing a top 10 to-do list the night before, and then we share what's on our agenda, and then we check in the following morning. So Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. if you want a little mojo boost check-in. You never know what we're going to do. Every single day, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. So you guys are welcome to jump in there, and I'll also post about that on Pink Lady Nation. We've been doing it for about a month just to kind of see how it was going to work, and it's really helped me to be more effective. So I will post it, and it's not a huge commitment. You don't have to be there every single day. It's a drop-in if you get a chance. Anybody that's up and online jumps in, and we just kind of start our day off with a little sunshine. So you never know what we're going to get into. Sometimes it's tips and tricks. Sometimes it's a dance party. Sometimes it's just a hot mess of shenanigans. But it's good to check in and be on the same page, and it forces me to be in my office at 10 o'clock in the morning. So I get a lot of work done. So we're going to go ahead and sign off. Have a good night, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Good luck with the Blitz. Not luck. We don't need luck. You're badasses. We don't need luck. So you guys got this. Right? Don't ever say you have nothing going on in that Blitz. You'll get all the challenges. So yeah, let me know what questions you guys have. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'll see you guys soon. Bye, guys.